Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. You already know what's going on. I'm your host Cam Silver.
I am your co-host, Kyle Silver.
Welcome back to another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast. Kyle, we've officially made it. We're here,
We're here.
week one.
Been waiting so long for this. Been
Yes,
waiting so long for this,
yes,
man.
yes. And we just finished watching the first game and the Eagles versus the Cowboys,
Mhm.
and it was everything you thought a rivalry would be.
Most definitely. Both teams were, running the ball nice. Both teams were airing it out nice. Dallas looked a lot better than I thought they would.
Hmm.
A lot better. Offense looked like it was clicking and it was flowing. But I know you'll get into it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It, even the stuff like I'm on the field, but not in the field of play.
hmm
There was a lot of fighting
Oh,
at
in
the
the beginning of the game.
beginning. All right, first of all, let's start with the beginning of the game. In the beginning of the game, kickoff, one of the Eagles players blows out their knee, it looks like.
hmm
Then, before we even play it down, Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott
Like of all things, you spit on the man.
randomly. Now, from the explanation that I heard from Jason Garrett on the sideline was that Dak Prescott had to spit. Obviously, he didn't want to spit in the middle of the huddle, so he
Okay.
went over his linemen and spat over their shoulders. Jalen Carter thought that he was spitting at him. Dak Prescott said, "Why would I be spitting at you?" The next thing you know, Jalen Carter spits at him. Regardless, regardless, that shouldn't be an excuse for you to spit on somebody, even if they're spitting in your direction. I understand, yes, that is disrespectful, but you also, as a just you just have to know where you are and know the timing that that is not okay to do.
And the fact that Dak said that he didn't mean to spit on him, it wasn't aimed in his direction.
Exactly. It was he's literally trying to spit. He literally spat on the ground.
I before even a down was played for that to happen, I think is gonna really tell the story of the season that we're about to have, number one. And then number two, I don't like what Jalen Carter did. I don't like it at all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
It was just unnecessary again, especially if Dak did apologize afterwards. Everybody's spitting on the field. Like that's just a normal thing to do, but to do it in somebody's direction is completely uncalled for,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Like I said, like if it, I understand, not wanting to spit in front of your teammates or whatever. You don't want to spit in front of anybody, so you spit on the ground. And the crazy thing is, think about how far the huddles are. The huddles are at least 4 to 5 yards apart.
Super far at least.
Exactly. So it's like, how does Jalen Carter put into his mind that, oh my God, he's spitting at me. Let me make sure I spit on him.
Yeah, it was just I there is no real explanation for it. Just shouldn't have happened, and he got kicked out the game before we played it down. So
And the crazy part is, and he just actually, I just got a notification saying that he had apologized to his teammates for his actions.
mm,
But it's crazy because that actually changed the dynamic of the game.
very much so. Very much so.
As we're about to get into the game. So, Dallas last year was not good at running the ball. But tonight they look really good. They look stellar. Javante
Mhm.
Williams, 15 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders had 4 carries for 53 yards, and he had that one fumble that led to Eagles a field goal, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, excuse me, a three and out. But still, the Dallas actually looked good on the offensive side. We knew passing wise that they would look good with CD, with George Pickens, Cavante
Mhm.
Turpin, and Tolbert. But running the ball, they actually looked really good, which I was surprised about. But also not having Jalen Carter in the middle to disrupt things can do that.
Exactly. That just was a telling sign of the game, like you said, 15 carries, 54 yards. That's just, for a long time, Dallas had a problem running the ball. And so for them to come out swinging out the gates, because probably albeit Jalen Carter not being in that front line, but I thought Philly's defense just looked a little stagnant at times.
It looked,
Um,
I'm sorry to cut you off. They looked a step behind, and the secondary looked a little questionable too. Like they were going after, what's his face, Adore. I think his name is Adoree Jackson.
mhm.
They were going after him.
They,
Like,
they very much were.
like it took him a minute to really get adjusted because CD was cooking him for the most part, and then even Quinion Mitchell had a bad defensive pass interference.
It was a lot of DPIs going on too.
Yeah, a lot of DPIs, holdings. Philly for a team like Philly, whose leader at least is very disciplined, very calm, cool, and collected. They did not look any parts of that. They looked very out of sorts.
Very much so. All I can do is echo exactly what you're saying because the game just seemed like it wasn't coming to them fast enough. And albeit it's week one, so that's just gonna get better. They will perfect certain things and their timing will get better as the season rolls on. So I'm not too worried, genuinely speaking. But I think Dak looked good today. I think he looked real good.
Yeah.
He was able to air that ball out. Um, and running the ball defensively, they also didn't look that bad either.
Mm-mm,
They
mm-mm.
didn't look that bad, but albeit 24-20, so that's the end of it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I don't think that defense at times they were able to get stops.
Yeah. They were. I was actually surprised on some of the stuff that they got on Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
they made Saquon look very ordinary. Actually, they made him look regular again. And there were times where obviously Saquon's gonna look like a superhero, but for a good amount of that, he looked pretty regular. He wasn't gaining as many yards as we were accustomed to seeing him gain,
Mm-hmm.
especially on certain runs. But yeah, I was actually very surprised that the Cowboys defense, they looked pretty good. The only thing is it took them a while to get to the quarterback. Obviously missing Michael Parsons would have
Edge
you
rusher,
know,
yeah.
yeah, you're missing your premier edge rusher, so now you have to go in and either trade for one or hope you could draft one next year. But yeah, overall for the Cowboys, not too bad. Not too
Not bad
bad.
at all.
They look they
Not
look
bad at all.
they look really good. Just gotta iron out some things on the defense and offensive side. But other than that, I actually like the rhythm that everybody played with.
They seem connected. They seem together very much so. I'm interested to see if they can keep riding this and stay connected, albeit it was a loss, but there's some things to be improved upon, but there's also things that they can, hold their head high to as well.
Yeah. You kind of almost, there's no real moral victories in sports or anything like
Not
that.
at all.
But like you said, they could hold their head high because they came into this game, and I know a lot of people were doubting them. I know I was.
I was as
I
well,
was,
yeah.
I was thinking it was going to stay close up to halftime. Then the Eagles might pull away. We could also blame, I guess, that rain delay for holding that up. But
Definitely.
in that first half, they were matching them touchdown for touchdown. They were going at them toe for toe. So, and they also sustained some pretty long drives as well along the
Yeah,
way.
literally. They were able to drive down the field very, very well, and string together a lot of plays that got yardage.
Yeah, yeah.
And for them to come out the gate swinging touchdown first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay. Okay. They came to play, they came to
hmm
play.
Yeah, no, we didn't see a punt until literally 3:10 into the third quarter.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy, crazy.
That's wild.
You wouldn't have it if you told me that. I'd be like, nah, someone's got to
Them
point at
boys were
some point.
scoring, yo.
Somebody got to point at
Somebody got
some
to get a
point.
stop.
Somebody's gonna have to do it at some point. But like I said, it fireworks to start off the season.
Yeah.
And then we got another big one with Kansas City and the Los Angeles Chargers on Friday night out in Brazil. So that one will be a fun one. And then we got a long list of games on Sunday and then a pretty good one on Monday as well. So yeah, what a way to start.
What a way to start. And we just gonna keep rolling it, man. I think this season's gonna be some fireworks.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
big time, big time. I like just seeing that right there from Dallas lets me know that I think the NFC East is going to be a dogfight for sure.
Of course, but like we kind of knew that going into
Yeah,
in our previews and stuff too over the
yeah,
past couple of weeks.
yeah. But I think sometimes you just need to see it to believe it.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see how Washington and the Giants are gonna look.
Yeah.
as well, how they're gonna come out the gate swinging if either of them do,
Hmm.
especially Jaden Daniels, and Russell Wilson. I'm interested to see how that offense is gonna look because the Cowboys offense look good, and we know what Jalen Hurts and Saquon are capable of doing as well. So I'm
Hmm.
interested to see if these guys can keep up as well too.
Yeah. Shout outs to Jalen Hurts, man. He's looking real good right now. Looking real
Comfortable in the
good.
pocket, able to scramble outside. He was running, dog. He was
Yeah,
running.
yeah, and you see, he doesn't have the brace on his knee anymore.
Hmm.
Looks like he's officially recovered from that knee injury. He got a little after that first rollout that he had, where he gained about 8 yards from the rush. He looked like he had a different pep in his step, and then that's when I kind of knew, okay, we're in a different. It's a different year now.
Got you.
You could feel it. You
Got
could feel it. And you could see it. So yeah, just can't wait. But to some other stuff that has happened before this game had kicked off. A surprise retiring of Amari Cooper.
you. Out the blue, completely out of left field.
Yeah, just took me by surprise. He was in Buffalo the year previously. I think he was supposed to be in Buffalo again. Then he ends up going to the Las Vegas Raiders,
Hmm.
and he just informed the Raiders. He said, "I don't got it in me no more," and gotta respect it. I like the fact that he did go back to where he started his career.
Yeah.
I did like that for him. Happy trails to him. He was one of my favorites growing up. Honestly, loved him when he was at Alabama. He was literally torching everybody.
Amari Cooper was that dude, man.
He was a
Yeah.
he was a he was a Heisman winner for a reason, you know. So shout outs to him. And then yeah, yeah, can't wait to see if we even see him after this, you know.
I know, right? Hopefully, I hope so. Maybe he'll get on some sports network somewhere, get on an ESPN or something, or maybe he'll just float off into the sunset.
Yeah,
But
and he
whatever
just
he
chill out.
does, I wish nothing but the best for him. Amari Cooper was that guy. You knew his name anytime he stepped out on that field, and he was a threat at
Yeah,
all times. He was a threat.
big
So,
time.
but if you don't got it in you, you don't got it in you no more. So I can't fight it no longer.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And you knew the decline was coming too.
Yeah.
You could see it. You know, he wasn't playing as many snaps, wasn't getting the ball as much either. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, Broncos signed Nick Bonito to a extension, 4 years, 106 mil with 70 mil guaranteed.
Okay.
Big time for him. Benito, he's one of my favorite linebackers right now. Just showing up that Broncos team, which if you go back and you kind of look at their roster, you're like, man, they kind of don't really have much of a flaw or a hole in their roster. They look really like they look strong. Sean Payton is gonna have a strong team with a really good quarterback at both Knicks at the helm.
Definitely. Them Broncos boys, they're coming. They're definitely coming. They're gonna be somebody to mess with. Definitely. Like you said, there's no holes. You go down that roster and it's like, okay, you got solid guys who's gonna do their job, and Sean Payton's gonna get them to do their job too. And he got
Yep.
his quarterback, and they look what they did last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
They were.
comparison, I expect the same thing this year, or if not better.
Yeah, yeah, they were just on the edge of making the playoffs last year. So I do
Hmm.
expect, actually, no, excuse me, I'm lying. They were in the
They
wild card last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's because they got smacked around by Buffalo. That's why. So you kind of forget about it. But
If
uh,
they could get like a nice, like easier first round matchup, easier is the wrong word because there really is no,
they're
you
really
know,
it.
easy
Especially,
team in the
I'm
AFC.
about
But
to say, especially in that conference, they ain't really got nothing.
exactly, I know you get.
Along with that division that just got stronger, Chiefs revamp up their O-line. Yeah, the Raiders, new head coach, new quarterback, still got a great tight end, new running back, still got Max Crosby on the defensive side. And then who else is in there? And then the Chargers.
We
Oh,
expect great things from the Chargers.
exactly, exactly.
It's
Everyone is
about getting that done at that point
yeah,
too.
yeah. Everyone is I think this year, if I could say this, I think this year is that make or break year for Justin Herbert. Would you agree?
I would definitely agree. I think last year was too, kind of, to be quite honest with you.
I felt that too, but I feel like people low key are kind of protecting him. Like I love Justin Herbert. Don't get it wrong.
We
I
don't
am
talk about him in the same way we talk about a lot of these other quarterbacks.
we don't. And I think it's because of the success in the playoffs. He has come up clutch in regular season games, but you really make your name in the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
you talk about CJ Stroud in a different way because of the success that CJ Stroud has showed us in the playoffs, especially going up against the Chargers, last year.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, that was just one thing that I was thinking about because, Herbert, he has the tools. He has a strong arm. He could run a little bit. He has everything. It's just a matter of him finally putting it together. And then I'm not gonna say he has to go on like this extraordinary run like Jaden Daniels did.
But if Jaden Daniels does have another breakout season, like that's his second year in, and then we're looking at a Justin Herbert. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Then that's,
Jaden
yeah,
Daniels was able to take his team a lot further than what Justin Herbert been able to do in his
yeah,
tenure
yeah.
as a Charger.
Yeah. And then it's like for CJ Stroud, it's like I can at least say, okay, he lost to the Baltimore Ravens, but he kept them in the game for a good amount of that time. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs were just a little tougher than them last year.
Yeah.
They were, you know what I mean? They understood playoff ball and the Houston Texans didn't. So I can say, yeah, we expect the Chiefs to be contenders for an AFC championship.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the Chargers, it's like, I don't know.
Chargers, I just consider a first round exit.
And that's the thing right there. That's the thing right there.
That's their ceiling to me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't want to consider them that because they have the talent to go further.
Yeah,
They
but
have
then
the
just the thing
quarterback
is,
that
it's
could
like,
take
yo,
them
you're
further.
dealing with dogs now. Once you get into the playoffs, like it's
The game is different.
that game is entirely different. And I just I don't think Justin Herbert and the Chargers as a whole can stack up to anybody in the AFC. Like once you get down to the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. I'm hoping because they have Harbaugh there for his second year that they can get over the hump. They do have two new running backs in Amari Hampton and Najee Harris.
Hmm.
They have some stud receivers. O line is all right. They do lose Rashad Slater to an injury for the year, but
Okay.
I still think that they can make up for that. And then the defense is pretty good too, still led by Derwin James. So yeah, it's just one of those where I just, because it's been a hot topic. Justin Herbert has been a hot topic because he loses that first game against the Jaguars when they're up
Yeah.
27-0.
Yeah.
Then you randomly throw what, four interceptions against the Houston Texans last season.
When the lights shine the brightest, he hasn't come through.
Mm-mm.
And we can say the same thing about like guys like Lamar though, you know?
Yeah, yeah. When you were expected to win, because like think about how many times we sit here and we're like, oh yeah, the Buffalo Bills should win the Super Bowl this year. The Baltimore Ravens should win the Super Bowl this year. Like
Yeah.
at least for the Bills, I could say you just didn't have the ball last. I just
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. And
I
that's
I
really
could
what it comes down to.
exactly I could
You
say
gotta, it
that
always
when
involves a little bit of luck winning too.
exactly I could say that when they go up against the Chiefs. I can't say that with Baltimore. I'm like Lamar, stop playing Patrick Mahomes' game, stop playing Josh Allen game, play your game.
Just come up real short, you know. So I expect a better season from Baltimore. They have to hone in because their time is coming up short as well.
They should. They arguably have the strongest roster in the league, other than Philly.
Yeah, like honestly speaking here, it should very much be Philly, Baltimore in
Philly,
the Super
Baltimore, exactly.
Bowl. I mean, yeah, Philly, Baltimore in the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking it should be too. But
Or if not, Bills, Detroit, Bills, even Eagles too. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. One of those. Shoot, I guess with Micah now, you can even put Green Bay up in there now.
Green Bay too. Yeah, Jordan Love is healthy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Just I don't know. Just throwing some stuff out there. Just getting the mind flowing.
it's a fluid topic. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Just getting the mind going because well, like I said, we gonna be in for a good season with the way that this first game just started.
definitely, definitely fireworks. I'm telling you, fireworks. NFL script went crazy this year. It's going to.
Let me find out you got the script.
You know, right here. You know, I'm not going to tell you though. Got to keep the stakes high. You know.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you. Let's move on to college football.
Okay. Yeah.
So last week we were officially in week one. Week one was crazy.
What a bunch of barn burners and
Oh,
stories,
shockers.
man. People standing 10 toes down, man. Yeah, man.
Let's start off with the game that everybody obviously was watching, and Ohio State and Texas. So
Yeah.
everybody obviously was talking about Arch Manning. Even me and you and our dads in our group chat, we were talking about Arch Manning. Arch.
Lackluster, mediocre.
Oh man, what a letdown. I kind of expected that, but that was something that I kind of expected. First of all, you're going up against a defensive coordinator that has seen the likes of he had to practice against Tom Brady.
Hmm.
He had to go up against Peyton Manning.
Hmm.
He's had to go up against all these Hall of Fame guys. Everybody only remembers Matt Patricia for his time with the Detroit Lions, but no one understands he was on the back end of those some of those Super Bowls that they have won. Remember,
Matt
he won
Patricia as a
three
defensive coordinator, he's easily top five. Like,
exactly. Remember, he won three Super Bowl rings with those Patriots teams. He won half of the Super Bowl rings with those Patriots teams. Literally. And I watched the film over again. I even watched it with my guy Darren Orlowski on
yo, I watched that. I did watch the breakdown as well too, man. Yes, yes.
Arch went up to the line thinking he seen something. Next thing you know, by the time he got that ball and he dropped back, he seen something way different.
Completely different. And that's just shout out to Matt Patricia, just confusing a young guy, young cat. You know what I mean?
NFL concepts. That's exactly what he brought over to Ohio State. Like he like literally, and it's crazy because watching the game, I'm like, get it out, get it out, get it out. But then you go back and you watch and you're like, who's he even supposed to throw the ball to?
Nobody was open, double, triple covered, you know. The route running wasn't all that great, but you also when Arch when your quarterback is looking like that, it does become up to the receiver, but the receiver can only do so much
Right.
against an Ohio State Matt Patricia led defense. Like
Yeah.
they were making him look silly out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made Texas look really bad. And I'm actually worried. I'm not, I hope it doesn't get to Arch, you know. I want to see him succeed, but he was overthrowing the ball, man. He was underthrowing. Just it wasn't getting into the pocket where it should be. Trying to do too much, you
it-
know?
his fundamentals and his mechanics started to get all over the place. Like from the beginning to the end of that game, you could just tell they were speeding him up and they were making him confused. It looked like it
Well,
looked like yeah, uncomfortable. He was very unsure and you could tell the confidence level was literally lowering as the game was going on.
and you can witness it and watch it happening too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine, but that was a big wake up call for everybody that was sitting there talking about, oh, he's gonna be the first coming out of mock draft. He should be the Heisman favorite. Like
Nah, like we can't even say all of that right now, man.
exactly, exactly.
I don't know. It's still so early, you know? Gotta give the
Very.
boy time. Give the boy a little bit of time.
Let him at least like play at least like half the season. Let him get to the SEC first. Like
Exactly.
let's get into SEC play beforehand. Like we haven't seen much of him at all, and then obviously this first game was a stinker, but.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. LSU, number nine, LSU beat Clemson, number four, to see who the real Death Valley was, and LSU came up on top, 17-10. That one was,
Gary Nussmeier looked good.
yeah, yeah. Garrett looks really good. We were talking about Caleb Klubnik and what happened to him.
I can't even begin to tell you. I don't know what I witnessed from Clemson because they were up,
Yeah,
you know, and it just looked like they were breaking down, and LSU just was able to capitalize. I'm happy for Brian Kelly,
yeah,
coach at LSU, because finally he got his first. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah,
boy been on the hot seat for a little bit too, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad LSU was able to get that win, especially in Death Valley, the real Death Valley. Um, So, I mean, there's a lot of things that got to go on with Cade, but I also think even just Garrett Nussmeier will be more than fine. Proved a lot to me, honestly. That LSU squad is tough, man. They're
Yeah.
they're, they're competitive. They're gonna
I
be competitive.
I think they are they're a strong candidate for a championship this year.
Very much so.
Strong candidate if they keep going the way that they're going. Yeah, that win will hold a lot of weight coming up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, you already know who I'm about to go to next.
I'm so disappointed. I've
Florida
never been so
State,
disappointed so
Tommy
much.
Tommy Castellanos, like I said last week, he was talking real crazy to Alabama, saying you don't got Nick Saban to save you no more defense. What you gonna do about it? And let me tell you something. He earned my respect big time because he stood on business.
He stood 10 toes down.
He stood on
He made
business.
Alabama look like a low Big Ten squad. You feel me? Like, nah, for real. I'm I know what conference they're in. They
I know.
ain't that. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. They look there's no juice, there's no energy, there's no fire.
No fire to it. No fire at all.
No
I'm
drive in them. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
watching the defense. I've never seen Alabama. I don't remember the last time I seen an Alabama defense get played around like this, especially on the line. They were
Like
opening
they
up
made Tommy Castellanos look like he should be number one pick too.
and his running backs.
Like I don't even I don't think it's gonna be a great season for Alabama, dog.
I I'm worried. I'm a little worried. I am a little worried. I don't want to hit that button just yet.
Just yet.
Not just yet.
But
But
my finger real close.
close to it. But Kalen DeBoer better watch yourself because this is the hard part for Bama too. His buyout is 70 mil. So I don't know. So you might have to wait another season, if anything, if it is another bad season. But to start off this way is just horrible. And the way that they fell in the rankings too, I think they fell from like 8 to like 21 or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, they drastically, son.
I don't remember the last time I seen a ranking fall like that in my life.
Because look, just think about how bad they really looked, and then now I don't even. They're not going to make the college football playoff. I don't
Jog-
think that they are.
They were jogging on defense. They didn't look like themselves. Like, and people were trying to sit here and blame Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson was actually one of their bright spots. For him being his first official start, he
Hmm.
actually looked really good in my opinion.
Okay,
So I just frustrating to see that a Bama team with no heart.
no heart was like just ain't no fight. There was no fight. I
Like
didn't
a
stop watching the game because it was just like, are you? This is not my Bama squad.
like I can't like I'm not gonna get mad over you losing. That can happen. It's any given Saturday. That can happen. But
I will get mad about you not putting in no effort.
exactly. No effort, no energy. You know you going into a team that literally brought in new quarterback, new offensive coordinator. They basically rebranded their whole team because obviously the head coach over there in Florida State knew that he was on his last leg if they were to have another season like they did last.
Hmm.
So frustrating. Just very, very, very frustrating. Also shout out Caleb Downs because obviously he knew what he was doing by leaving Alabama going to Ohio State.
Honestly, yo, go somewhere that's competitive, and he knew it.
Mhm.
He
And
knew it.
he won a national championship, and by the looks of it, if this defense stayed up the way that they are
He
up
might
there
win
at Ohio
another one.
State, they might mess around and do it again. Um,
Yeah.
going to Sunday, we only got a couple minutes, but going to Sunday, Miami was able to beat Notre Dame 27-24. That was
Hmm.
a really good game. What's my man's name over in Miami right now? Carson
Um,
Beck. Carson Beck.
Carson back. Yo,
Carson.
Carson looked very good. He was looking like the quarterback that we knew him from, like in his first couple seasons at Georgia.
I was looking, I'm like, I didn't see this at Georgia, especially last year. I'm like, where was this?
Completely different player, but that's telling to see like sometimes you just really you need to have a different change of scenery.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to, you know what I'm saying, not feel the weight that he was feeling at Georgia as well. He
Hmm.
looks like he could just play a little bit more freely in
I think
Miami.
I think I also heard that he didn't have the abilities to make checks at the line, to change up the plays and things of that nature at Georgia. And I think they give him a little more leeway over here at Miami, which is
Mhm.
probably a good thing for him too. So happy to see that. Notre Dame, they looked all right. I wasn't. I didn't. I didn't see what I was expecting from them. I thought I
Wasn't
expected a little more
impressed.
from them. I wasn't impressed exactly. I wasn't impressed. I did like CJ Carr. He did over the game. He did look good. I was starting to question them a little bit because they were only throwing screen passes. Like
You
the
know,
whole like
Notre
first
Dame
half.
always they was doing that in the championships. You know,
Yeah, yeah. And then next thing you know, like out of nowhere, oh yeah, we're gonna throw it down the field, and it's like, bro, you're already down. Like you should have been doing
it
that.
becomes like I can very well tell like it's like how the Giants used to be. You're just gonna run on first and second down. You're gonna throw it on third down. That's it. Like there's no
Finish.
creativity or you're not even trying to gain these yards. Nothing with screen passes. Nothing with screen
Exactly.
passes.
Yeah, yeah. I was yeah, I was frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, I was frustrated watching them. I'm like, dude, we gotta do something. Come on.
Let's up this playbook. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a little bit more creative.
Yeah. Like I know it's CJ Carr's first time out there, but I'm like, dude, I'm seeing Arch Manning drop back. I'm seeing Julian Sayin drop back. I'm seeing Ty Simpson drop back. And meanwhile, he's doing quick hitters like for nothing.
Yeah,
Like, come on
just
now.
huh.
Come on now. Last one before we get up out of here. North Carolina gets pounded on by TCU, 48-14. Um, funniest stat that I've seen, I think this is the funniest stat I think I've ever seen in my life. Gio Lopez. They said his last completed throw was at like 8:14 Eastern. At that point, it was like 10 o'clock at night.
What?
That was probably I said 8:14 because I was like I wasn't watching at that time because I was like, all right, this game the blowout. Then I'm like 8:14. And then we're like, yeah, he just completed his first pass since then. I was like 2 hours later.
For 2 hours? Oh gosh.
I'm like, dang, bro. Like that was
I
just
mean,
horrible. Like they like the first series they came down, script you already know first series scripted. Came
mhm.
down, marched down, did exactly what I had to do, touchdown. Then after that, everything went south.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I just kind of expected that though. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, while yeah, they're led by Bill Belichick, like it's North Carolina
It's,
football.
well, also it's a bunch of transfers and a bunch of freshmen.
So like you don't got you got to build continuity. Like it's gonna take some time for him as well too.
Yeah, yeah.
I expected it. I'm definitely not gonna press that button yet.
Yeah, no, no, no. I wouldn't do that at all. Especially with it being the first year. We're just gonna let it ride. Just hope for a 6-win season so they can get into a bowl game. How about that?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Exactly. But that is our episode for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as we did. But you already know, watch some football this weekend. They got all from now, from Saturday to Monday. So
Let's
enjoy
go.
while you can.
Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait. Can't
But,
wait.
but till then, I'm your host Cam Silver,
Your co-host Kyle's over.
and this is the Silver Boys.